Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Beware the Bees, our football manager save here with Brentford FC in the Barclays Premier League. It's season 3 time. It's roll around. They come around so quick, don't they? Bloody hell. It feels like only yesterday we were starting our first Premier League season, and of course last season we did finish 10th. I would strongly recommend now. Our last episode wasn't great. It was okay. It wrapped up the season, showed a few stats and things, so maybe go check that out if you want. But if not, you can always recap on what we're doing here today. Now we're going to start with the most exciting part, everyone's favourite, the transfers. Now, we've made some good ones, we've made some bad ones, and a lot of money has been spent. At the start of the season, we got a whopping £20 million transfer and around £200,000 wage budget. Now, I maybe have overspent on one or two players, and maybe underspent, and maybe picked up a few bargains, so we'll soon find out as the season commences. But here is the transfer history. Okay, we're going to start with the outs, of course, but I know your eyes have immediately gone to the left, because mine would too. But Hotter has left the club for West Bromwich Albion, the Spanish international attacking midfielder. Not international, sorry, I keep saying international, he's not an international. Leaves for £4.3 million, and I mentioned this in the last video, that he just didn't fit our system anymore, and he's a very good player, a good quality player. But we just wasn't getting the game time, and he did have a decent season, as you can see. But £4.3 million for his services was a good deal, and it was enough for me to sell. Another player who didn't fit the system, he preferred to play further up the pitch, and was playing further back, was Massey Ribas. He leaves for Norwich for £1 million after a year here. Obviously, £1 million profit made on the lad, so it's not the end of the world. And we brought in a replacement. But he was a decent player, never really quite had the impact that I wanted. And so has moved on. So good luck to him at Norwich. Tony Craig, a player who'd never really played, has left for Notts County, the 31-year-old. So that's that. And a few players. Obviously, Johnny Russell's contract has expired. He's not found a club yet. Will Grigg also maybe. Again, also hasn't found a club, and I suppose the other one would be Lars Christopher Vilsvik, who is still hasn't found a club, which is surprising because he had a decent season for us. But on the ends, we have a few players, and one massive one in particular. But we'll start with the most expensive. We brought in Wilfried Zaha from I say Manchester United, doesn't play there anymore. From Crystal Palace for £9.5 million. Sorry. No, he didn't have a great season last season, but he can play on that right-hand side, which is where we need to play. And he has a few key stats which I was looking for. He has the pace and the acceleration, the dribbling, the crossing, and the passing that we need. I mean, his passing is not great, and we might work on that and try and get that up. But he's made appearances for England, and he's a solid player in this position. So really happy to get him in. He's been in the Premier League now a couple of years. Knows how it works, and we've brought him in. A player we've also brought in is Bilal Oud Sheikh, now 19. I bought him when he was 18. 18-year-old Dutch midfielder. We brought him in from FC Twente for £6.5 million. He's gone back on loan to FC Twente for the season, but very, very promising young man he is. To have him in the roaming playmaker possibly next season could be just absolutely incredible, if not on the right-hand side. As a winger, either way we've got a lot of potential with this kid, a lot of places we can go with him. So, as you can see, a good potential to be good, decent player already for Premier League side. So, a very, very good player to bring in. Very happy with that. Obviously, Tyrone Mings we talked about, so we can just skip over that. Ivan Perisic joins us from Wolfsburg for £3.9 million. I think an absolute bargain is Perisic. A very good player. Obviously on the left-hand side to replace Ribas, adds some quality stats. So he's 16 finishing for a left wing is going to be incredible if he cuts inside, and he's that either-footed as well is good. And he's 15 pace for a 6'2" man is quite impressive. Also, he didn't have a great season nor a great time at Wolfsburg. To be fair, only making 19 appearances in the last 2 years, and only averaging about a 6.49 average rating. Not fantastic, but hopefully he can make an impact, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he's doing. Also, with that jumping reach and heading as well, he's very well rounded because of his height. So if the ball gets whipped in and it misses, say Rhodes or Clough, Perisic at the back post, if it's a deep cross and he's come in, he's ran in, hopefully he can stick his head on it. So. Happy signing. Here's the big one, the crazy one. We've signed Martin Ødegaard on loan from Real Madrid for the season. He's going to play the roaming playmaker role for us. Now, I saw him and went, it's Martin Ødegaard. I have to sign him. It's Martin bloody Ødegaard. And with stats like that at 17, we have to bring him in, and I think he'll be a quality player, versatile as well. If we switch to a 4-4-1-1, can play there. He can play out on the wing also. So not incredibly, but he does fit the system in case you want to switch to a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-1-1. So very happy to bring him in. Our right back for the season to replace Vilsvik is John Flanagan. We brought in the English Scouser from Liverpool on a loan deal, £1.1 million for his services for the year. I'm pretty happy with this guy. Solid all round, bit of pace, good tackler, 17 marking as well, which is very good. Concentration 16. All the signs of a very good fullback. One cap for England already, of course, as well, is also very, very ideal to bring in. And he's got all the stats you need. I mean, the only stat there that's not above 15 or above 14, then including anticipation, would be acceleration and crossing. So he's got the stats of an attacking fullback. Our cover for centre half this year, last year, was Thomas Castlebrough and Abdoulaye Ba from Porto on a 1 year loan deal. Just a decent backup, really. Obviously, the 15 marking, 13 tackling, 16 heading, 14 strength. He's actually quite quick as well, so he's a very physical centre half, 6'6". So very happy to bring him in. We shouldn't see too much of him, hopefully, unless something happens to Harley Dean and James Tarkowski. And also, James Wilson comes in as our backup striker on loan from Manchester United. Shouldn't see this kid getting played too much, but he's a decent player, and I think a very good backup. 16 finishing, of course, a bit of pace about him. Definitely going to be a good backup for Rhodes and Cloughie. So how we line up then? Also, actually, instead of that, let's look at where we're predicted this season. Now, we are aiming for another top half finish, because we finished 10th last season, and we are, season preview, predicted 10th again. Our two key players, Zach Clough, Martin Odegaard, completely agree. I think two of our better players. And I think we do have an opportunity this season to maybe look around 8th or 9th. It would be a big jump, a big improvement, but I think it's possible. With the right sort of things. A few new staff members have joined the club as well, actually. That I feel that I should talk about. Players like not players. That's how I do my staff anyway. I think I discussed it in another video. One of note, Dennis Birdcamp is our attacking coach. He's going to be coaching Cloughie and Rhodesy up top. So that's very good. And players like Alessandro Schoenmaker, very good fitness coach, brought him in. And, just things like that. I just thought I'd let you know that a few changes have been made. James Tarkowski and both Harley Dean, I think, are both wanted by Everton. Well, no, he's wanted by West Brom now. There was interest from Everton. James Tarkowski, of course, interested by Everton, Derby, Forest, Norwich, West Brom. So, quite a few clubs after his services. But hopefully we don't. I don't plan to let him go. He's a quality player for us. And that's how we're going to line up first game of the season, I believe. We might make a few changes. Other than that, I think it is ready to go. Obviously coming up last season, I believe Middlesbrough, Norwich, they're two new faces, and who don't I recognise? Forest. Forest came up, so there you go. And obviously went down where Crystal Palace, West Ham, and where are they? Sunderland? No, Sunderland went down already. Watford went down. So yeah. So here we go. Let's go. It's kickoff time. We've stalled for a while. Let's do this. The season will get underway. Now, I like Marcus Henriksen, and I'm not going to play Odegaard just yet. Oh, actually, no. Silly me. Pre-season went very well. We started off with an easy game. No disrespect to Sligo Rangers, but we went over to Ireland and beat them by 3-0. And then we had our toughest friendly of the pre-season. We got a fantastic 2-2 draw with Benfica, and actually we dominated the game and should have won the game. Quite a few missed chances, but we were the better team in my opinion, and easily could have beat them. I know, interesting there, Frikario Zivkovic, and signed him for 6 million. If I'd have knew he was available, I would have gone for him. 2-0 victory over KV Mechelen, the Belgian side. Just again, a bit of quality, outdid them. A bit of a scary result was a 2-1 defeat to Grimsby. A Sean Pearson own goal and a Yarbo own goal before Alfie Crooks got one back, but held on. And then a 6-0 victory over local side Carshalton. Just allowed us to get a bit of confidence, hopefully going in towards this derby game. I've just submitted the squad, so I hope the squad was good. I did that in the last episode as well, like an idiot. Obviously derby, of course, Steve McLaren went to Newcastle on this save. He clearly didn't watch my Newcastle Team McLaren at Newcastle video, and in came Harry Redknapp. And this is the way they line up. So Alvaro Arbeloa at right back alongside Richard Keogh, Albentosa and Izagiri. I believe plays for Celtic. Glenn Johnson at right mid. Lingard on the left. Hughes and Hendrick. I like that. Troy Deeney and someone called Nielsen up top. Havard Nielsen, 23-year-old striker. He looks pretty good actually. Not bad. Very quick. And of course Troy Deeney, who's just a prolific finisher wherever he's been. Scored 11 goals for Watford and has moved to Derby for £7 million. Very good player. Of course, good acquisition, I'd say. But I think we've got the quality. We've started Tyrone Mings rather than Jake Bidwell. My plan is to rotate those two throughout the season and see which one sort of performs better. It could be Bidwell's last year with us. His contract is up at the end of the season, and we'll decide whether to give him a new one or whether to try and flog him on in January. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, let's kick off the season then. Here we go, away at Derby, away at the iPro Stadium. Of course, they came up with us, 2 years ago. It was the season they came up. They survived, finished mid-table alongside us last season. And so me and us and Derby, we've had a pretty good. We've kind of been a kind of similar teams really. The way we've come up and we came up top two in the Champ. We both finished mid-table in the Prem, so. Yeah, it's a few similarities between us. Opening 15 minutes, we've dominated the game as you'd expect. It's what we like to do. Dominate the ball. Don't give them much opportunity. We frustrated them. Jeff Hendrick picking up a yellow card on 19 minutes. And yeah, I mean, we hopefully we can kick off the season well. We had a very bad start to the season last season. I think that did affect us, although at the end of the season we did rectify that. But Derby have a chance here. Finds Glenn Johnson, who's been a scourge against us, been a right pain in the arse, and he finds Troy Deeney, who smacks it against the bar from a few yards out. It's a bit of an embarrassing miss for a player of Troy Deeney's calibre, but he's got past Harley Dean, and Fernando Pacheco, who was a transfer target for Derby, has to tip it wide, and he collects from the corner. So Derby have the better chances so far. The opening two highlights, we've not created the highlights, but we have had shots, but we need to keep going, keep creating, and we can win this game. Come on, boys. I believe in you. I have faith. The sort of the go-to kind of team talk. Wilfried Zaha has not had a fantastic game, and that has given me all the opportunity to move Henriksen out wide and bring on Martin Ødegaard to make a difference in that roaming playmaker role. Come on, son. You're touted to be the next big thing, the next Messi. Prove it here at little old Brentford. Can you do it on a breezy afternoon in Derby? Come on, the Norwegian. Still, 72 minutes in, we've created nothing. James Wilson is going to replace Jordan Rhodes, and I'm thinking maybe Stuart Dallas on the left for Perisic, who's took a knock. If Wilson can get a goal, I will scream, Wilson! Like that. So, be forewarned, headphone users. Come on, Wilson. Make that happen. Come on, kill the people with their headphones on. 30,000 here at Derby. Surprised they've not got full attendance. That's a bit shoddy. If we're really playing out to a 0-0 draw on the first day of the season, I'd feel guilty that you've had to endure this boring encounter. Not much created, really. No clear-cut chances. Ryan shot with the long throw. Henriksen away. Now, if Wilson can do a bit of magic here. You've got space down the side. Henriksen, run. Wilson's through. He's got support. Tyrone Mings, whip it in. Keogh's fouled him in the 92nd minute. Richard Keogh gives away the penalty. And we've got a free kick. A penalty, sorry. And it's Stuart Dallas. Stuart Dallas, he's been with the club for a while now. The Northern Irishman. He hits the post and in, but it'll do. 93rd minute penalty, and we've stolen the result here at Derby. It's a harsh moment for Richard Keogh and for Derby, but we've made them pay, and that's right in the corner. That is no stopping that. I believe that do they still have Lee Grant? They do, and he dives the wrong way. Stuart Dallas, he tricked him with the eyes. That's what it was. And Wilson shot him with the mistake, and he's gifted it to James Wilson, but can luckily redeem himself. But it's not enough. His boot. His clearance away, and we have come out 1-0 winners. Not our best performance, let's be honest, but a bit of drama nonetheless. So a 1-0 victory, very good. Good to keep a clean sheet on our first game of the season. It'd be good for the new boys coming in, John Flanagan, Tyrone Mings. And let's hope that they can take that and use that in their next game, get and pick up some form hopefully. So a good result from us. Sorry, I was doing the press conference, I couldn't talk. Early days, we're fifth. We're in line for Europa League spot. No, but there's 37 games left to go. Also, we joined Doncaster in the cup. I just thought I might want to know. Okay, so that concludes today's episode. Season 3 is here. It's going to be amazing. Now what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? What we thinking? We could do Man United. They'd be a tough test for us. But it is at home at Griffin Park. Also, I forgot to mention, we're getting new youth facilities twice, and we're building a new stadium which is expected to be completed by July 2018, Lionel Road. I thought it would be Lionel Road, and it is. So it's good to see that will come into fruition. Or should we do Liverpool? Or maybe someone like West Brom or Norwich, just something a bit more, a bit interesting. Maybe we'll do West Brom. Yeah, let's do West Brom. They were in our division last season. They signed Hotter, so it'll be good to see him. Where'd they finish last season? Let's have a look. They finished 17th last season, only just surviving the drop. So we'll do West Brom on the 1st of October. So I want to thank you very much for watching. You've been awesome. Much love. Bye bye.